everyone, welcome to Inbox Cherish. This is Gina, and thank you for joining me as I make another card that is just beautiful and simple, and I think you're really going to love it. Today we're going to make a card that is going to take you just a matter of minutes to create and piece together. So if you have a thank you card that you need to generate really quickly, or if you just want to send a really happy note to a friend or someone that is special, this is the perfect stamp set and video for you to watch, so that way you are able to do it within a matter of minutes. The stamp sets that we're going to be using tonight is going to be, one of them is the Painted Seasons. Very beautiful set. It was for sale during our celebrations for Stampin' Up. It is a dimensional stamp that they almost look like portraits. I don't know if you can see the detail, but these stamps just have so much definition and beauty to them. Absolutely love it. And so we're going to be using some of these flower petals, some leaves, and also some of these succulents that are in this particular stamp set. It is a cling stamp set, which means that it's going to cling to our acrylic blocks. So that's another tool that we're going to be using tonight. We're going to be using these acrylic blocks that are lovely because they're so easy to clean, and you can use them multiple times with multiple sets of stamps. So just really versatile, come in lots of different shapes. Love these. And then we're also going to use one of my favorites. We have the Abstract Impression stamp set. These are a little bit different in that they are clear. Now look at that. That's an example of the Abstract Impressions. And this is called a photopolymer stamp set. And so one of the great things about these stamps is that you can literally see where you're placing your stamp whenever you go to make your card. So positioning turns out absolutely perfect. So love this. We're going to use the sentiment from Abstract Impressions that says, if flowers were hugs, I'd send you 1,000. Isn't that so cute? This is the one that we're going to be using. I love this set because it's just very versatile. It's a really great stamp set for you to start off with if you were to ask my advice, because I know many of you are shopping for Mother's Day and you're wanting to purchase a special gift for that special mom in your life. This is a great set to start because the person who receives this as a gift is able to literally create hundreds of cards with just one stamp set. So really wonderful stamp set. One of my favorites, Abstract Impressions. Also today we're going to be using 3 different inks, and we're going to be using the Mint Macaron, the Melon Mambo. Ooh, love that. It's Fiesta here in San Antonio, and so we love that pinky color. And then we also have Pacific Point that we're going to be using tonight. Love our stamp pads because with Stampin' Up, they have these nice juicy stamp pads that just have lots of ink in them. And I don't know if you saw that, but I just simply unhinged this little door-like structure, and so it keeps the ink nice and tight and prevents any type of drying out. So love the Stampin' Up ink pads. We have a lot of different colors. In fact, we even have collections that are sold as a complete set for a very economical price. So you can buy them separately, or you can buy the entire collection. And all you have to do is just open them up and you slide them into place and you are ready to rock and roll. So we'll go ahead and get our Melon Mambo ready. Oh my gosh, look at that. Just beautiful. Here's a little tip that I did. We have these newer style stamp pads, and they come on the back with all of the different languages that Stampin' Up provides. And so what I did was I just snipped the end off of those stickers, and I put one of the sample little colors on every single side. Well, this one has the actual label of what the color is, but I put a little sticker of the color on each of the sides. So regardless of where my stamp pad is laying on my desk, quick glance, I'm able to see what color it is, grab that favorite color, and start using it. I love too that on the inside of the ink pad, here's this nice little color line that tells you just from a glance what colors you're working with. Those of you that are watching and visiting my online store tonight, just a reminder that I do send out thank you goodies for those who are placing an order in my online store. When you go there to place your order, please use this host code so that way I know that you placed an order in the month of April with Inbox Cherish. That is my company name, Inbox Cherish. The host code is KFX. WUDDN. So please use this host code so that way I can send you some little gifts just to say thank you so much for shopping with me. And of course, I thank you so much for allowing me to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, so let's get started. What we're going to do is we have some Whisper White cardstock. I love Whisper White. My advice to anyone who is starting out, or if you are a stamper for many years, get some Whisper White cardstock because it is just so versatile and you're able to make so many different things with Whisper White because you just simply layer on these beautiful inks and from the stamps from Stampin' Up. So just a beautiful white background as your base card, and the possibilities are just endless. So Whisper White cardstock, it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet that I simply just cut in half. Did score it in the middle, and so those of you that have been watching me know that I love crisp lines. So I use my bone folder each time I make a card because I really want that professional, nice, crisp line look. And so that bone folder does the trick every single time. Nice, crisp line. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do some of those beautiful flowers. I'm going to get the larger flower right now. And here's going to be a trick when using these dimensionals. Because if you look closely, there is just a lot of detail in these stamps. And so we don't want to get our ink all the way down into all those grooves and little crannies. So we want to have a little bit of a different stamping technique. And so what we want to do is simply just kind of kiss our stamp pad very gently with our dimensional and then stamp it off. Just a nice little stamp, and then we begin working. And here is our first image. I'm telling you guys, you're going to love this. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. That beautiful flower looks almost real. It's just so beautiful. And so that's going to be our first image. And then we're going to get our smaller flower. This one likely has, oh yeah, look at all of that fine detail that is in that stamp as well. We're going to ink that up. We're not going to stamp this one off because you guys know that I love to have a little bit of dimension in my cards. And so I like having the look that we used 2 different colors with just one ink pad. I mean, that is just wonderful. We only have to have one ink pad and we create different shading. So love that look. Then I think we need to go ahead and put a couple of leaves. And so we're going to use this stamp with some little leaves that are also in the Painted Seasons. And I just want the leaf. I don't want the stem. So we'll put one there. And how about right there? And then, so this is where I'll actually put my sentiment that I will write my little note to that someone special that will be getting this tomorrow. So that's the inside of my card. Let's go ahead and do the outside. And in the outside, super easy, super quick. I'm just going to take some leaves. And for this, I am going to be using this beautiful green, the mint macaron. Isn't that beautiful? Just love that color. And I am going to stamp in the corners. I think I need a few of these. Just to create a little dimension, little overlapping. And hey, you can always use as many leaves as you like. It just adds more beauty to your card. One of the great things that I love about this particular color, the mint macaron, is that I have used this particular color with so many different things. I've made grass, I've made trees, I've made leaves, and so that color is just very versatile. Okay, so now we want to add our sentiment and what's going to go in on the front of our card. And in order to do that, I picked out this blue, Pacific blue cardstock. And so it's a bright blue. And I just want to make a really soft card. And believe it or not, an easy way to make a soft card is to simply tear the paper. And it just kind of softens the whole look and creates that little dimension that I'm looking for. I'm going to use my snail adhesive. It is super wonderful adhesive that you just need a tiny bit. And boy, that just anchors itself to your project. So we have our blue on there now. I do want to do our sentiment and have it match the inside of our card. And so let's go ahead and here we have our, these are just scraps that I've used from cutting other cards. And so I always have scraps available. And so that's what I'm going to use for my sentiment piece. And I'm just going to do the same thing that we did on the inside of our card. I'm going to use the larger petal. I'm going to stamp off some ink, place it on there. I'm just copycatting what I did on the inside, so it's making it relatively easy and quick. Because sometimes, let's admit it, we just don't have a lot of time, but we need to make that beautiful card for someone special. I'm now going to use our sentiment from the Abstract Impressions stamp set. And my sentiments, I always like to ink up really well because I want those letters to be really bold and definitely readable. And so I'm going to put my sentiment right on the card. One great thing I love about these photopolymer stamps is that you can see right through the stamp, the acrylic block, and you end up making a perfect impression, exactly where I wanted it, and just super cute. And that color matches the color that I selected for our torn paper. And so we're going to pop this up just a bit, because why not pop something that's just beautiful? I love for my cards to have a little pop to them. My daughter, she often comes in my scrapbook room and she says, "Mom, these cards are so beautiful. It looks like something you would buy at the store." And I said, "Well, thanks, honey. That means a lot, because I think they're even better than what you can buy at the store, because I designed it with someone special in mind and used the colors and the patterns that I wanted to. And so just brings your creativity out and you're able to truly create. Okay, so this, what I have now is I just found some ribbon that I keep ribbon when it comes on packages, when I buy a new perfume box or cosmetic box. You'd be surprised when you start watching for ribbon how often manufacturers use ribbon in their packaging, and it makes a perfect embellishment for my cards. So this particular ribbon was just some extra that I had from some sort of gift. When the ribbon is really delicate like this one, this is a neat tip, I use my pinking shears because it prevents it from fraying and it just looks really pretty. I don't know if you could see, let me try to put it on a blue. You could see what the end of that looks like. And so it just looks really pretty. All you need is a tiny little piece of ribbon. We're just gonna tie a knot because the card looks great like this. You have to admit it looks super cute, but we just want to step it up a notch. Why not, right? And so I'm going to put a couple of glue dots. The world is better with glue dots. Love them. Glue dots are just so easy to use. Just stick them on wherever I want to adhere something. And boy, they stick really well. And I think I'm just going to put this ribbon underneath the sentiment. I'm going to trim it a little bit more, the ribbon. And there we go. Wow, look at that card. Isn't that beautiful? And it was just so easy to make. 3 stamp pads, a total of 4 stamps, and just beautiful. Really quickly and easily made. Because I'm going to be giving this to someone special tomorrow morning, I do want to create also a envelope. And of course I could put it in just a white, whisper white envelope, but hey, why not spruce it up? So I think we'll just use our large flower again. Kiss the ink pad, stamp it off. Let's put our little image on the corner of the envelope. It's beautiful. And let's just do a couple of leaves. And there we go. There is our envelope that perfectly matches our card, and it's ready to go to that someone special tomorrow. So if you're interested in being part of my stamp club or ordering from my online store, please see my blog or my Facebook or down below in my YouTube channel. Gives you the directions how to access my online store. I want to tell you that I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. Thank you so much for visiting with me. And I am on a 30-day challenge, so I'll be making 30 cards. Today is day 6 of my 30-day challenge, and we've already created quite a few. But this one, this cute little one here, just adds to our collection. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you have any questions or you'd like some advice on how to make a card for someone or to make a purchase as a special gift for someone else, please feel free to send me an email. My email is inboxcherish@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you will have. And I'm pretty quick on responding, so you'll get an answer super quick from me and also a warm thank you. Thank you so much for visiting with me tonight. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.